Welcome back to the channel, guys. In this video, I'm going to give you guys the signs you are dating a narcissist. There's a lot of new people on this channel, so I want to go over this again. I'm pretty sure I've done a video on this in the past. If not, we're going to do it right now. So, I'm going to give you guys the basic signs that you are dating a narcissist, or even if there's a narcissist in your life, whether it's a parent or something else like this. Now, there's certain tactics each and every single one of these individuals have. I mean, a parent is not going to future fake with you. I mean, they could in ways, but it's not like your own parent is going to want to marry you or something like this. That'd just be complete craziness. But one of the biggest signs you're dating a narcissist is the trauma bond in the very beginning. And what a trauma bond is when your partner basically lies about everything they're saying to you in the beginning stages of a relationship. It's very hard to deal with when you're dealing with it. It feels very real. Everything they say makes sense, but it's all an illusion. And it's all a delusion in their own world. And they're coming at you saying all this bullshit when it's so far from the truth. And you think it's the truth, and that's why it's a trauma bond. They got you in this bond. And they use this as a form of control. They use this to lock you down, and it really messes with your mind whenever it's not what they said it was going to be. It really messes with your mind. It'll create feelings of frustration. What else does it do? I mean, you just feel flustered. You feel confused, shocked. All these things. You feel like shit. You start to question everything. You start to question your own reality. They really mess with your head. It's a complete mind fuck. This is the biggest sign you're dealing with a narcissist right out the bat. And another thing they do is future fake. Like we said, they'll lie about things in the future with you guys together in it. Like they'll say things, they'll bring up marriage, they'll bring up having kids, they'll bring up getting a house somewhere together, they'll bring up all this stuff. And they're saying this so early on in the relationship that you guys have or are working on. You could have just met this person. You could have been talking to this person for a week, for a month, and you barely know them. And they're already saying things like this. That's a massive red flag. It's another sign you're dealing with a narc. And the love bombing too, it's another sign. This sort of goes with the trauma bond. I'd say a trauma bond and love bombing is nearly identical. I mean, they're gonna fill you, like I said in the beginning stages, they're gonna be filling you with a bunch of love and all this stuff. They're gonna make you feel on top of the world. They're gonna say everything you want to hear. They're gonna make you love them. And in the end, you are gonna hate them because they did all this to you and nothing they ever did, nothing they ever said was real. And it's hard to deal with because it was all an illusion. And everything you just thought comes crumbling down. You might have even started to develop plans of yourself with this person. That's how much they made you believe this, and it made you like them even more because you feel so certain with this person and the things that they're saying. And this is why it hurts so damn much when things come crumbling down, because you thought you really had your person. You really thought that. And going through experiences like this is really going to make you question everybody else. I know that's what it did with me. And it doesn't stop me from dating. It doesn't stop me from talking to other girls and stuff like this. But I do question them. Like, obviously. Like, I just been through this with somebody else. And I've seen what girls are like. I've seen firsthand what all this is like. Of course I'm going to question everybody else. But I'm not going to be paranoid about it. I'm still going to talk and I'm not going to think about this stuff. But in reality, like, I know something like this, it could be a factor again. But when I start seeing red flags, when I start seeing things repeat itself, then I'm just reassuring myself that, okay, I know what's going on here. And I'm still not freaking out about it. I just see it for what it is. And it's not going to affect me. And it's not going to steer me off my own path ever again. Like, it honestly can't happen to me again, guys. Like, it can only happen so many times. You can only be fooled so many times before you catch on to all this shit. Because then you start to tell yourself, okay, this person really is fucked up. And in the beginning, like, before any of this happened, they made you feel like the one that was fucked up. They made you feel like you were not good enough. You got devalued. You got discarded. And all the things that they said, it made you feel so good, and they take it away from you. Like, you can think nothing else in your mind at this time when it first happens to you that, okay, I couldn't have been good enough. There's no way. Because look what this person was. Look what was going on with this person. And all of a sudden, you're not good enough. You can, like I said, you can think nothing but think you weren't good enough. Because you think this person is still good. But they're not. They're trash. They were always trash. They're liars. They're scumbags. They're criminals. They're thieves. They're all these things. They have negative spirits. They have demonic spirits from hell. And you guys need to understand this. Every single person watching this video, you guys got to understand this. They were never good. You were always better than them. They are not better than you. And your time will come. You don't have to think highly of this person just because you got discarded by them, because a lot of people do that. A lot of people think, damn, like, I was not good enough for this person. They discarded me. They must be better than me. A lot of people think this way, and it's just not true. Healthy people do not do this to other people. If it was a healthy person and they weren't interested in you, they wouldn't be with you in the first place. And they definitely wouldn't even turn you down in a negative way. I mean, worst comes to worst, you ask somebody out on a date and they say no. If it's a healthy person, they're going to tell you no in the nicest way possible. Like, you guys really need to understand this. People that are messed up in the head, people that have personality disorders, want to destroy other people. This is what they do. They do this to gain confidence in themselves. They're destroying good people to gain confidence in themselves because they are so unconfident. That puts them up. That gives them a high. They feel superior to you. They want to feel like this. They can't just connect and bond with another healthy person and feel confident because this person that they're bonding with, they already know that they're not as good as this person. And that makes them feel some type of way. That makes them feel like they are not good enough. Because they are not on your level. No narcissist is on your level. I don't care how good they look. They're not on your level. Looks is not everything. What's in the soul, what's in the mind, what's in the body, what's in you to give is where the attraction really is. And looks do matter to some extent. You have to be, I mean, for a relationship to work, you still have to be physically attracted to your partner. Otherwise, it probably wouldn't work. Some looks, to some extent, have to matter, but it's not everything, and it doesn't make or break a relationship. You know what I mean? If you were ever with a narc, understand that you were worthy of having that person. Understand that they are not better than you. Understand that you are worth more than that person. They are not worthy of having you. That's why they discarded you. Because they already know you would discard them. If you stay with them, because you're going to see them for what they really are, and you're not going to put up with their bullshit. It's not even about looks. It has nothing to do with that. It has to do with the piss poor human being that they really are. That's what it comes down to. They know you were not going to put up with their bullshit, and like I said, what narcs like to do, they like to destroy good people in their primes, and they always end up with some ratchet guy or some ratchet girl, depending on if it's a male or a female. They end up with some ratchet person. And that's just how it is, because this is the only person that's going to put up with them. I mean, the narc is probably quite a bit better looking, quite a bit more attractive in appearance before you see what's inside than the person they're with. And some people might think, like, how the hell does this guy or how the hell does this girl have this person? Best believe there's something going on that nobody else knows right now. Yeah, they're messed up on the inside. They can't get somebody else. They need to settle with something much lower than what they could have. But they can't, because they're not it. I mean, if they were well on the inside, if they weren't so damaged and so gone from their true self, they'd be able to get something much better, but they can't. And they will discard something good when they're in their prime, and they'll even do this when they're older too. It really doesn't even make a difference, but they'll discard something good for something much lesser, because they already know it's going to come around the corner. They already know they can't keep up this fake persona. They can't keep up this thing. They can't keep that mask on, what they're doing. So they're going to give in. And that's just that. So these are the signs you're dealing with an narc. There's other signs as well. I might do a part 2 in this video. I'm lost at words right now. I just can't think of anything else in this moment. Something else I'll say really quick is daddy issues, because I know there's some girls, and there's probably some girls in this channel that maybe had daddy issues in the past, didn't grow up with a father or something like this. Not every person ends up messed up that ever grew up without a dad, but I'll just say this. Every single girl that I've ever talked to in my life that had daddy issues was messed up in the head and was not mentally stable. They were mentally unstable, and they just weren't all there. They had deep holes and deep insecurities within themselves because they grew up without that masculinity around them. And that's what happened to them. And it just messed them up. But I'm going to have to do a part 2 in this video because I know there's more to it. I'll get to it at some point, but I gotta cut this video off now. I'm actually starting to get tired. I did a lot of videos. I'm doing a lot of videos, so this stuff does get tiring after a while. I'm not gonna lie. But I'm going to cut this off now, guys. It's Monday tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow with some more stuff. And I'll get refreshed. So, I'll be back. Until next time, guys. Peace and have a good rest of this Sunday.